Didgeridoo is a wind instrument developed by Indigenous Australians of Northern Australia within the last 1,500 years and is still in widespread use today in Australia and around the world. It is unknown of the exact age of the didgeridoo. Archaeological studies of rock art in Northern Australia suggest that the people of the Kakadu region of the Northern Territory have been using the didgeridoo for less than 1,000 years. Based on the paintings of That's based on the dating of paintings on cave walls and shelters in this period. A clear rock painting in Gingar Wadalangming, near the Arnhem Land Plateau, shows a didgeridoo player and two songmen participating in an ubar ceremony, which was longer ago than the records of the Kakadu Park. A modern didgeridoo is usually cylindrical or conical and can measure anywhere from 1 to 3 meters. Generally, the longer the instrument, the lower its pitch. However, flared instruments play a higher pitch than unflared instruments of the same length. Authentic Aboriginal didgeridoos are produced in traditionally oriented communities in Northern Australia or by makers who travel to Central and Northern Australia to collect the raw materials. They are usually made from hardwoods, especially the various eucalyptus species that are specific to the region. Generally, the main trunk of the tree is harvested through a substantial branch may be used instead. Aboriginal didgeridoo craftsmen hunt for suitably hollow live trees in areas with obvious termite activity. Termites attack these living eucalyptus trees, removing only the dead hardwood from the tree, as the living sapwood contains a chemical that repels the insects. Various techniques are employed to find trees with a suitable hollow, including knowledge of the landscape and termite activity patterns, and a kind of tap or knock test in which the bark of the tree is peeled and a fingernail or the blunt of a tool, such as an axe, is knocked against the wood to determine if the hollow produces the light resonance. Once a suitably hollowed tree is found, it is cut down and cleaned out. The bark is taken off, the ends trimmed, and the exterior is shaped. This instrument may be painted or left undecorated. A brim of beeswax is applied to the mouthpiece. Modern didgeridoos are distinct from the traditional Australian Aboriginal didgeridoo and are innovations recognised by museologists. Didgeridoo design innovations started in the late 20th century using non-traditional materials and non-traditional shapes. The didgeridoo is played with continuous vibrating lips to produce the drone, or using a special breathing technique called circular breathing. This requires breathing in through the nose while simultaneously expelling stored air out of the mouth using the tongue and cheeks. By using this technique, a skilled player can replenish the air in their lungs and with practice can sustain a note for as long as desired.